So I realised I had to take some action. So I did what we all know to do. So we know how to be healthy, so I completely restocked my kitchen. So I got no fat, low fat everything. The bread that doesn't taste very good, but it's got lots of grains in, so it must be good for you. And, you know, I knew how healthy fruit was, so I bought a juicer so I could just get as much fruit as possible into my body, because that's obviously healthy. But it didn't seem right. I've never really liked processed food, so yeah, it just didn't seem the right approach. And I also realised to my shame that I didn't really know what all the vitamins and minerals were and what I should be eating. So I just thought I've got to find out as much as I can about nutrition and health. So this is my home for the next few months. I spent every lunchtime in the Dimmocks on George Street. They've actually got a chair near the diet aisle now, which they didn't have then. So I made my way through all of the books, so all of the kind of crazy fad diets. And a lot of them seem to be based on willpower and all of these crazy kind of food combinations and, you know, blood tests, and yeah, it just seemed kind of a lot of hard work. But then, luckily, you know, when you read the whole aisle, you find some good books. So I found some about the paleo diet and the primal blueprint. And these just really made a lot of sense to me. There was nothing I could really argue with. And also they spoke about kind of health and lifestyle and fitness, and it wasn't just a fad diet to, you know, get into a bikini in 3 months. It was something to do for the rest of your life. So I had a final kind of kitchen clear out, and I found a good butcher near me, and I found out where to get coconut oil and the other things I'd read about. And then just within about 3 months, I lost 17 kilos, and it wasn't really any hardship. I wasn't hungry, but I also hadn't really done any exercise before, so I started slowly kind of walking a little bit more each day, and I started dancing, yeah, I just felt fantastic. I still got so much more energy, and one thing I hadn't expected to happen, my asthma completely disappeared, and I tried everything I could to kind of provoke it because it seemed too good to be true, but it just hasn't come back, and for over 2 years I don't even know where my inhalers are now. So yeah, and I sleep a lot better. I very, very rarely kind of get ill, and yeah, I just feel so much better. So the more I got involved in this way of lifestyle, I got really involved in the online paleo community. So unfortunately, there weren't really many events in Australia at that time, so I had to go to America. So I went to PrimalCon, which is Mark Sisson's event in California, and that's a real kind of active physical weekend. You learn to cook and to run barefoot and all those kind of things. And I went to the Ancestral Health Symposium, which is a lot more kind of academic, explaining the science and why this really works. And you know, for the first time, I really found the benefit of meeting people who share the same lifestyle. And you know, I just really wish that we'd had that here. The first time I went for a meal with my new friends in America, and you know, somebody else said to the waiter, "Oh, no bread for this table." It was just, you know, so refreshing to have other people, you know, not telling me how bad it is for me not having grains. So I spent a lot of time on the internet looking at all of the American websites. Unfortunately, they generally are mainly American. And it's just so many things just don't really translate. We've got completely different shops here. You know, we've got different festivals. So many products they talk about, like spaghetti squash, it's just really hard to get hold of over here. And, you know, pounds and ounces, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. So when I got back from America, I decided to set up my own site. So I've set up the Paleo Network at paleo.com.au. And my aims here really is just to help people going on a similar journey, to find out where you can get products. I also list all of the events going on in Australia. I list lots of paleo professionals, so if you're looking for a personal trainer or a naturopath who's going to understand this way of life, you can find them there. So I've got quite involved in this way of life. So I've also got a site, Paleo Connect, where you can connect with other people. So if you're a family and you want to meet other people with children, you know, you can meet them. And I've written my first recipe book, and next year I'm looking forward to travelling and going to meet lots of bloggers who I've met online. So I've met, even in India, there's a fantastic paleo blogger, and I'm just really interested to learn how people live this lifestyle all around the world. So here in Sydney, we're really lucky. We've got a fantastic paleo meetup group. So if you're not familiar with Meetup, you can just sign up on the website, and there are lots of events. So we've currently got about 250 people in the Sydney Meetup group, and hopefully after this weekend it will be a lot more, because hopefully a lot of you will sign up. So we arrange all sorts of events. We have kind of meals, picnics, barbecues. And the beauty of the Meetup website is that anyone who wants to suggest something can do that, and then that will become a meetup. And it's just a great opportunity to meet other local people who might be having similar issues, and you get great tips about, you know, local farmers markets and things like that. So in Australia, we've actually got a meetup group in every state now. And as we were just hearing, a new one in Byron Bay. So if you're not in Sydney, please join up to one. And if there isn't one near you, then, you know, set one up. And it's just such a good opportunity to kind of meet other people. I'm just hoping that the centre of the kind of paleo world will move to Australia, because I just think we've got such a great climate here. We've got some fantastic research going on, and I just think Australia is a very good place to live a paleo lifestyle. Thank you.